Nothing from the store can ever compare to a sweet cantaloupe picked fresh from your own garden vine. The flavor of a truly ripe, homegrown melon is unmatched. It's honey-like, fragrant, and melts in your mouth. Getting it right in your garden isn't about luck. It's a lost art. Traditional growers and our grandmothers knew exactly how to work with the soil and read the signs of the vine. Today, I'm going to share the traditional techniques you need to grow and harvest the sweetest cantaloupes. In just 10 minutes, you'll master this old-fashioned knowledge. Technique 1. Soil prep and the crop rotation rule. Cantaloupes are heavy feeders. They love warmth and demand a long growing season in full sun. Before you plant, amend your soil generously with organic compost. If powdery mildew is common in your area, choose resistant varieties like Ambrosia or Planter's Jumbo. If you want a steady supply, try short season or mini cantaloupes that produce smaller fruit throughout the season. But here is the golden rule. Never plant them where squash, cucumbers, or pumpkins grew the previous year. That invites soil-borne diseases that will linger in the dirt and destroy your crop before it starts. Crop rotation prevents buildup of soil-borne pathogens that attack cucurbits. Organic compost improves soil structure, nutrient availability, and microbial activity, supporting heavy feeders. Technique 2. The planting window. Wait until the soil is warm and all frost danger has passed. Direct seeding is always best. Melons hate root disturbance. If you must use transplants, move them when they are very young and be extremely gentle with the roots. Sow 2 to 3 seeds per spot. Once they grow 2 to 3 inches tall, thin them down to a single strongest seedling. Give them 3 to 4 feet of space if they're growing on the ground. That's how you guarantee the perfect harvest. Cold soil stunts growth. Direct seeding avoids transplant shock. Thinning reduces competition for light, water, and nutrients. Now, producing the perfect sweet cantaloupe is only half the battle. Once you bring that beautiful harvest inside, the clock starts ticking. You have a very short window to enjoy it at peak ripeness before it goes soft and spoils. The real challenge is making sure none of your hard work goes to waste. That's where the suggestdinner app on Android comes in. It's a simple, free tool designed for home cooks and gardeners. When you bring your perfectly grown cantaloupes, fresh tomatoes, or summer herbs into the kitchen, just input them into the app. Suggestdinner instantly gives you delicious, creative recipe ideas to make the most of what you have on hand. Don't let your fresh harvest go to waste in the fridge. Search for Suggestdinner on the Google Play Store and download it today to turn your garden success into great meals. Technique 3. The climb versus the cradle. Cantaloupes climb beautifully on arches, ladders, or trellises. Growing upwards saves valuable space and improves airflow around the leaves. But if you grow them on the ground, never let the developing melon sit directly on wet soil. Place melon cradles or wooden supports underneath them to prevent rot and keep pests away. Trellising increases airflow, lowering leaf wetness and reducing fungal diseases. Ground contact keeps fruit moist, promoting rot and pest access. Cradles or wood elevate fruit to dry. Technique 4. Root watering and mulching. Water deeply in the morning, directly at the base of the plant. Never water from above. Keeping the leaves dry is your best shield against powdery mildew. Once watered, add a thick layer of organic mulch around the plants. This holds moisture in the soil and keeps weeds down. Wet foliage favors powdery mildew. Deep, early watering encourages deep roots, improving drought tolerance. Mulch conserves soil moisture, suppresses weeds, and moderates soil temperature. Technique 5. The touch of the bee. Encourage bees by planting flowers nearby and keeping your garden pesticide-free. If you notice baby fruits starting to turn yellow and drop off, they aren't being pollinated. You must hand pollinate. Take a male blossom, peel back the petals, and gently transfer the yellow pollen from its center directly to the female blossom, which is the one with the tiny melon swelling at its base. Cantaloupes are monoecious. Bees transfer pollen from male to female flowers. Poor pollination causes fruit abortion. Hand pollination ensures fertilization by directly depositing pollen onto the stigma. Technique 6. The sugar concentration trick. The leaves of the plant are sugar factories. They work all season to sweeten the fruit. But to make sure those sugars aren't diluted, you must cut back on watering about a week before you harvest. This concentrates the sugars in the melon, making the flesh incredibly sweet. Reducing water about 1 week pre-harvest limits water uptake, concentrating sugars in the fruit. Mild water stress also triggers osmotic adjustment, enhancing sweetness. Technique 7. The ultimate slip test. How do you know when it's ready? Do not guess. Look for 3 clear signs. First, the rind shifts from green to a warm golden or orange hue under the netting. Second, lean in. You will smell a sweet, musky cantaloupe fragrance. Finally, perform the slip test. The stem should naturally slip off the melon with very gentle thumb pressure. If you have to pull it, it isn't ready. Wait another day or 2. There is a common myth online that you can pick a cantaloupe early, leave it on your kitchen counter, and it will ripen and get sweeter. Science tells us a different story. Cantaloupes are non-climacteric fruits. While they will soften and get juicier on your counter as their pectins break down, they cannot produce more sugar once cut from the vine. Their starch conversion stops the moment they are severed. If you pick it green, it will stay tasteless. Harvesting at peak ripeness on the vine is non-negotiable. I want to hear from you. Have you ever tried trellising your melons? Or had to hand pollinate your garden vines? Or did your grandmother have a different way of selecting them? Let me know in the comments below. And if you want to bring these traditional gardening and harvesting methods back to your home, make sure to hit that subscribe button.